Why do women expect men to take care of them while they keep their money for themselves?
It's a great question.
Yes, I wanted to ask just for more clarity where the question is actually coming from. Like, is it even your question based on your experience?
My question based on my experience, and also my question based on a lot of guys that I know and I talk to. So if we're dating, then you know what? Sometimes pay the tip. Pay for the tip. Do something.
Okay,
Yes.
and so what this comes down to, uncommunicated expectations or premeditated resentments.
Ooh. But my other thing is this. Hold on, let me finish.
So what happens is when we enter a relationship and we don't make it clear what we desire, what we need, what we expect, then we leave it open for other people to guess. And the nature of a person, if you say that they can now live the soft life, or you at least present or make them believe, then they're going to follow in that step. And then also when you don't make it clear what you want, the average person doesn't know how to reciprocate, especially when we're dealing.
Okay. I just want to go back to the actual question again, just so we can hear that real quick. Let's let this marinate.
Why do women expect men to take care of them while they keep their money for themselves?
Why do women expect men to take care of them while they keep their money to themselves? This is like the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? For me, I don't really understand. Does anybody else want to comment on this?
Me.
Go ahead.
It, like the responder said, it needs more clarification, because what do you mean in regards to what? Like not contributing to the household or just talking about dates? What exactly are you implying? Keep the money to themselves for what? I am a firm believer that the man is supposed to be a provider. I'm not, so traditional, not saying that there shouldn't be two incomes in a household. But if the man is to provide, I feel like I've always thought that, you give to your household, but you always have something for yourself. I have a separate account. Me and Mark share everything, but I have a separate account that is just for me. And he's aware of it. It's not like it's a secret, but why are you so upset that the woman doesn't want to contribute for what? Like, again, and I think it comes to you're not expressing what you want and what you need. Now, if you're saying that you feel like somebody is selfish and not willing to, pour into you how you pour into them, that's a different story. But just on the basis of just providing financially, I think you need to set your expectations and be clear on what you want.
Marion.
Agree with like I feel like when you're in a relationship, it's an energy exchange. You have your feminine energy, you have your masculine energy. I feel like the man is supposed to be the provider. She said something about pick up the tip. Like that's a given in a healthy relationship. So I feel like she wasn't preview to that. So that could be where she's coming from. But I believe that the man is supposed to be the provider. I don't see nothing wrong with that. That's the masculine energy providing, being the close to them.
That's correct. Precious?
I'm agreeing with both of them. Like, I do feel the male is the provider. And like, even if there's a second income coming from the females, like most likely she's going to get stuff for the family anyway. And it's for her pocket. Like when she want to go out, she need to provide something for her husband, her children.
Hold on.
So for the most part, I feel the male is the provider. And I feel like a female that's in like a caring and loving relationship, it's her money is for her. It's for the woman. But most likely we spending that money on our husbands, and we're getting our husbands what they need. We making sure our kids have what they need. And sometimes we don't really pay ourselves enough attention. So I do feel the male is the main provider. So I'm agreeing with everyone else so far.
I agree as well. I do believe in, picking up the tip. I do believe in, at least offering and giving them that choice, but I do believe that a male should be providing. That's how I see my mom and my dad growing up. So yeah, I think communication is key when it comes to that. So, as long as there's communication in regards to it, I think.
Okay. Breon, what do you think? What are your thoughts?
So just like she was saying, I feel like it's the biggest part of it is communication, because it all depends on like how you were raised. Because some people are in situations where they're raised by just their mom. There wasn't no dad there providing and stuff like that. So it's like in that situation, he might need maybe a little bit more push than to just be like, hey, a man's job.
What are your thoughts, Todd?
Yeah, so I believe that naturally a male should be a provider. That's just a natural thing. In regards to the guy's question or the young lady's question, I believe that it does need more clarification. If she meant that the woman is being selfish, then I think that's another topic. So I'm not going to be traditional with that, because if I am a provider for my family, then I think you as my significant other should be, have my back and should support that. And we should be trying to grow to make something better. But if you're like, no, you do that, and then I'll tuck this, then I do believe that that's a problem if you're being selfish. Now, I'm not saying you got to buy me anything. I'm not saying you owe me anything. But I'm just the one that becomes a little non-traditional when it comes to the character. You should want to see me, advance to make us better. And then there's also situations where they may have to go through stages to get to where they need to be. Everybody's just not spoon-fed, and it's just not there. So some people have to go get it. Not saying that, other people don't, but everybody's walk is a little different. So like you said, that question, that what she said would have to be a little bit more, needs a little bit more clarity. But, traditionally, the man should take care of everything, but also the woman should not be selfish. She should be for the family totally. So that needs to be highlighted.